Hey everyone, my name is Nate Bailey. Welcome to my Module 1 AEP 855 intro video. To start off with a little personal information. Once again, my name is Nate Bailey. I live currently in Garden City, Kansas. I am married to my beautiful wife, Trista Bailey, um, and we have been married 7 years this coming August. Together, we have two awesome little kids. Down here at the bottom, this is our son Graham. He is 4 years old. And then at the bottom right, our beautiful but very wild daughter, Madden, who is 1. Once again, I live here in Garden City, Kansas, and I currently teach at the high school here in Garden. I teach science, that includes body systems, environmental science, and biology. Along with teaching, I also coach at the high school. I help with football, and then I also help with girls basketball. To get started on the information or the research that we had, with the first thing, looking at the 3 types of mindsets of leaders. Number 1, all students can learn and grow. Number 2, teacher collaboration over isolation. And then number 3, happiness and optimism. So I agree with the research in this article. The first part with all students can grow. Dweck's theory of maintaining a growth mindset, I think, is definitely a necessary one. I enjoy connecting with my students so that I can help them understand what helps them learn. And then in doing so, making sure I push them to continue to want to do better and achieve more and so forth. And then the mindset of collaborating with others is also a very good mindset to have. And then I think our district, at least at the high school and in the academy that I'm in, we do an excellent job of holding what are what are called our PLCs. And then in that, with all these teachers working together, we do a great job of trying to figure out what are we doing right, what can we be doing differently, what can we do better, and so forth. And we think we do a good job of collaborating and helping each other out. There are times when teaching can be difficult. Right now, literally, is a difficult time. So um, we have to figure out how to mask these negatives and negative emotions that might come our way because of this problem, because sometimes our students rely on our positive guidance and our impacts. So we have to be thinking optimistically about every situation. Next one, 5 dispositions. So, what are the 5 dispositions? Number 1, confidence. A highly effective principal or just a leader in general is going to have the confidence to lead despite their critics, like it says. So, they're going to make decisions that not everyone is going to like or agree with. They're just going to have to roll with it. They're doing what's in the best interest of their students. Number 2, risk taker and decisiveness. Great schools have teachers and leaders who learn by doing and are not afraid of failure. So, whether that's be initiating some kind of new curriculum, technology, whatever it is, once again, they're just doing and taking these risks to figure out what is best for students. That's the whole idea. Number 3, having a sense of humor. Having a sense of humor allows leaders to have a positive impact on others as well as themselves. Um, so I completely agree with this one. I think just having a sense of humor helps these kids feel more comfortable in a classroom or around just having people around you in general. They're going to feel more comfortable with a sense of humor. Number 4, empathetically assertive. So we view things from the perspective of others and understand that human challenges associated with change. Garden City School District is a very diverse school district, so there's a lot of challenges that these kids face in our district. So we do a very good job of having the knowledge to understand these challenges, and we want to help kids as best as we can. Number 5, learner. Highly effective school leaders keep current in the field. I think that's why all of us are taking classes like this right now. We want to make sure we are effective and not just continue to be comfortable or complacent in the place that we're at. So do I agree? I agree wholeheartedly. with this research. A good leader needs to have all of these qualities. They're good characteristics that not only our leaders should have, but our students need to have as well. And then I think that's kind of what we all hope to do, is just instill these aspects and these dispositions to our future leaders. The next one, 3 types of practices. So, what are the 3 types of practices? Number 1, focusing and prioritizing. Number 2, examining feedback and data. And then number 3, emotional intelligence. So I agree with the information from the article. Prioritizing and focusing on the important tasks at hand are a must when it comes to keeping this engine of a school running. If we didn't look at data, how do we even know where we are or where we're supposed to be compared to other schools, compared to other students, and so forth? And I know that our school district does a great job of taking in that data and using the feedback from it to help us, teachers, students, administrators. Um, and then we need to make sure all parties involved in this process of learning feel important and appreciated, so everyone is happy and engaged in this process of learning. Next, the 8 principles of ethical leadership. So, first, what are the 8 principles of ethical leadership? Number 1, personal courage. Number 2, public interest ahead of self. Number 3, self control, self discipline, and integrity. Number 4, task and employee centeredness. Number 5, recognizing talent. Number 6, requiring high ethics from everybody. Number 7, sensitivity and understanding. And then number 8, inclusiveness. So, um, these are all excellent principles that you want your administrators, teachers, your students, yourself, everyone to live by. So it's obviously going to be a better world. And then we all want administrators that lead with high character in class and expect high character in class from others as well. And then at the same time, though, we also want a leader who's understanding that there's a lot of other people that aren't raised or taught the things that we're taught as teachers and leaders. So they might not have the same principles, but they're gonna strive, and we're gonna strive to help these individuals reach their goals and objectives regardless. And then at the same time, when we're teaching them our goals for the class, our curriculum, and all this other thing, we want to instill these principles in our students as well. Personal thoughts. Personally, the mindset that I have is always a positive one. I enjoy building relationships with all the students and different types of students we have in our classes. And then I think that helps keep my classroom a more comfortable classroom, a warm environment that kids enjoy being in. And then I hope to not have it too comfortable where it doesn't challenge them. So I usually enjoy challenging students either with the parts in their curriculum or just challenging them to be a higher character person, asking them to pick up stuff, to talk to each other more respectfully, and so forth. And then, oops, sorry. The next one, disposition. I'm a teacher that enjoys using humor, once again, helps make my class more comfortable. And then I also understand different, ever changing needs of students. Like I said, we have a very diverse school district, and I'm going to learn along with them so that we can better understand each other and help each other. Practices. I am a husband, father, teacher, coach, and student. And so I have to stay organized and do a great job with handling all these different priorities. It's a lot. It's sometimes very chaotic, especially being a coach and then having a wife that is also a coach. So I sometimes need help in doing this, and that's where my amazing wife comes in. She's the head volleyball coach here, and she also does club volleyball over the winter time. So we're both coaching at the same time in the summer, the fall, and then the winter. So we stay busy, but we have to help one another out. So prioritizing and being organized is incredibly important for us. Principles. I believe that I have a good set of principles. I have parents that are both teachers, so they've done an excellent job, I think, anyway, of putting these principles in my head and raising me to have a good set of ethics and morals and so forth. But I'm also aware that there's a lot of people that weren't raised by teachers. And they don't have the same kind of parents. The parents are busier. They have to work more. They don't get to hang out with their parents as much, and maybe there's all sorts of different scenarios in which they just don't get all of these principles instilled in them. So that's kind of the idea. We want to program them to have these in their heads when they leave our classrooms. Next, how does all of this support the educational and well-being of each student and adult? This research gives us great information that we can use to become better leaders, and then better leaders help create a better learning environment in general, period. Uh, uh, a better learning environment then is going to help more students learn as they become more comfortable with each other and their teachers. And then hopefully, with continued leadership, it continues to make the classroom better and then the individuals that are in there better themselves. And then those inspired by these types of environments hopefully will go on to do bigger and better things, whether that be in their job, it could be in college, in another program, whatever the case is. They're going to go on to be a better person in life. And here are my references. All right. Thanks, everybody.